Hello, dear friends. I am glad to greet you all on our gardening channel. Is there any chore more tiring than mowing the grass in the summer? We all come across a pile of grass we've cut and don't know how to remove it from our property. Gardeners know very well that this work goes on and on throughout the summer. And what do you do with the grass you mow? You're throwing it away. Well, don't do it anymore. Grass clippings are too valuable to throw away. Here's why. You can make plant fertilizer from grass clippings that can be used to water plants. This fertilizer contains micro and macro elements and many other useful substances. We can also add leafy vegetable waste to the bin: chard, spinach, beet leaves, turnips or radishes, tomato cores. Do not add roots or other waste that would affect the fermentation process and the quality of the fertilizer. The bucket should be filled up to the quart with chopped plant material. In order to speed up the fermentation process, we will also add a handful of dried hay. After that, the contents of the bucket are poured with water. The plant mass must be completely covered with water. Add a small amount of wood ash to improve the characteristics of the fertilizer. If the days are colder, during spring or autumn, the bucket or barrel can be kept in the greenhouse. The fermentation process lasts from 3 to 14 days, depending on weather conditions. The warmer it is, the faster fermentation takes place. In order to speed up the fermentation process, we can add jam, sugar, bread crust, and yeast to the container. Fermented fertilizer is ready when the content in the bucket stops foaming. The contents need to be filtered and diluted with water depending on the method of application. If we use fertilizer to water the land, then the ratio with water is 1:10. In addition to containing macro and micro elements, vitamins, and many other useful substances, this fertilizer also acts as a biostimulator. Many pests avoid gardens and flowers watered with this prepared fertilizer because of its smell. By applying fertilizer, you will attract earthworms to the garden and their number will increase. The immunity of the treated plants improves, and the microflora of the soil improves. The fertilizer also has an antifungal effect because it forms a film on the surface of the treated plant that is alkaline and unfavorable for the development of many pathogens and fungi. This is the simplest way, but you must not do this all the time. Namely, when mowing, simply do not mount the grass clippings basket on the mower. Thus, the cut grass will remain lying on the lawn where it will rot. In this way, the necessary minerals will be returned to the soil, but the much-needed soil moisture will also be retained during hot summer days. Place the cut grass around strawberries, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, grapes, young fruit trees. It is about laying organic material on the land. Mulching limits excessive water evaporation, maintains favorable soil moisture for a long time, and creates a favorable microclimate for beneficial microorganisms. Moreover, the grass clippings that we put around the plants release nutrients that the plants easily take up. Mulching tomatoes and eggplants can very effectively limit fruit cracking. If you use grass clippings or immature compost for mulching, you can prevent currant and gooseberry fruits from falling during drought. You will provide these plants with fertilizer, you will prevent the growth of weeds around the plants, and the soil will retain the necessary moisture. It becomes a source of nitrogen and potassium for vegetables, retains moisture in the soil, and cools the surface. During the growing season, you can add thinner layers several times. Make a nitrogen-rich organic fertilizer for your plants. Fill a 5-gallon bucket 1/3 full with fresh grass, then fill it with water. In a week, you will get excellent fertilizer. Water your plants with this. Grass clippings are real food for goats, sheep, cows, and even geese. Chickens love fresh grass, and dried grass is given to rabbits. Only don't do this if the grass has been treated with pesticides. I hope you learned something new and very useful in today's video. Dear friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and send this video to your friends on social networks. Thank you very much for that.